Hey, good day to you, teammates. Me and my nephew are here. We just got done with our second sports card show that we went to. We just wanted to go over some of the cards that we picked up. So we'll go through. We got some grading candidates, some fun ones, and a little combination of higher end and lower end. So leading off, we got this here: Derek Jeter Topps Gold Rookie. This one I thought it looked good. It looked like a good grading candidate. The price variations on these ones are pretty wild. Scooped this up for $40. Thought that was priced pretty good for how it looked. So we didn't negotiate anymore. We took it for the 40. Owen, can you tell us the difference in prices between PSA 10s and PSA 9s?
Yeah. So I went on and I checked, and I saw PSA 9 for about $60 to $80. So if we sent this in, it got a 9. We wouldn't make any, but we wouldn't really lose anything. But in a 10, we noticed that it's $2,000 at its top. But if you go with like BGS, a 9.5 is 80 tops. So we're gonna go with PSA here.
So a little bit of a risk there, but we're looking for cards with huge upside potential with very limited downside risk. Does that sound about right?
Sounds great.
So that's what we're shooting for. So kind of a fun find with the Jeter here. So a little bit of excitement. The other ones we'll dive right into. These were kind of the bigger purchases. This was easily the biggest purchase of the day here. This is, I think it's a 2009. We got this one for $450. This was a part of a trade. Yeah, 2009 Upper Deck. Dual game materials jersey card of Michael, Jeffrey, Jordan, and LeBron. So the sticker on this guy, this was $450 versus the LeBron Magic. Same set, same everything. This guy was $50. So the difference between the two, I thought was just kind of crazy, especially, Jordan. I know Jordan and LeBron, they get the comparisons, but I think Jordan and Magic are, most people would say those guys kind of line up a little bit more with how they play. But two really fun pickups there.
Yeah, it was part of a trade that with the Pokemon, we have had some 1999 Pokemon cards, which we don't know anything about, and that was part of our trade for those two.
Yeah, that's right. Going on next here, we got Junior Seau. This guy, it's one of the old 1990 Topps cards, which was his rookie year here. I don't know too much on these, but one of the channels we got, Blix Cards. He's always a reminder for me. He's always looking at O-Pee-Chee cards or Tiffany cards. This one is a lot shinier than the ones I ever had, so I thought maybe this was a Tiffany. So I haven't really done any looking at it to see what it's worth, but Seau, pretty good story, great linebacker. Rough ending there for him, but one of the best there. Do you know Junior Seau?
Yeah, I know a lot of the Chargers players.
Oh, that's right.
Good Chargers fan.
How about this guy going from one Charger to another? We got Kellen Winslow. We'll call him Kellen Winslow Sr. He was one of the first dude tight ends here. You remember him?
Yeah.
A little bit?
A little bit.
So picked up Kellen Winslow as well. Going on to the next batch here. These were the pickups that Owen was a little bit less excited about here for me, we'll say. But this is the 1985 Top Set, which is very, very condition sensitive because we got the all black borders. So just a reminder, one of my buddies was telling me he loves the white cards because they grade so much better. So the black cards are real condition sensitive, but these ones I thought were very, very sharp. And you kind of see the price tags. I was like, these are fun pickups. So leading off, we got one of the best offensive linemen of all time, Anthony Munoz. We got some good style with Eric Dickerson. You got any fun facts on Eric Dickerson?
I don't. But his goggles are pretty cool.
His goggles are super cool. Yeah. Next here we got Darryl Green. You know Darryl Green?
No.
Some would say the fastest player in NFL history. Pretty cool, huh? Morton Anderson. I think this is Morton Anderson's rookie card here too. The hair is what did it for me. I was like, this would be a fun one to throw into the collection. Kickers need love too. Next we got Ed Too Tall. Again, the cards I just thought were pretty sharp for most of the 85 Topps cards that I've seen. But the Super Bowl Shuffling Bears, we got Dan Hampton. Grandpa's a big Bears fan too, isn't he?
Yep.
All right. Congressman Largent here. We got Steve Largent. Kenny Easley, he was a kidney transplant recipient. Great defensive player. Dan Fouts, also known as a stud announcer. for the Southwest Louisiana State Mud Dogs. Ray Guy, again, kickers need love, as do the punters. Next, we got one of the GOAT punters, or not GOAT punters, one of the GOAT WCW wrestlers of all time, Mr. Steve Mongo McMichael. I went through, looked at this, was all excited, and then my nephew said, "Why is that guy worth $6?" Right?
Yeah.
Mongo, pretty good stuff. Obviously, one of the best technical wrestlers of all time. He kind of gets made fun of for his wrestling, but Mongo, pretty wild life going through checking out there. But I thought cool card here. Next, we got Elway here. Youthful Elway, second year.
Yeah, that was worth $4.
Next, we got Sweetness. A Warren Moon rookie. And we got Irving Fryer, one of Nebraska's finest. You know who's a big Nebraska guy?
Who?
Our guy, Vintage Card Steve, too. So, those were our 85 tops pickups. Some of the other pickups we got here, we got an AI rookie. You know who Allen Iverson was drafted with in his draft class?
No.
It was like Kobe.
Good
Yeah,
draft class.
He had a really good draft class. I think Jermaine O'Neal was in it. There's a bunch of studs. Ray Allen. We got Dan Fouts here. This one, again, similar. I thought it was good looking for the 86 cards. I looked this guy up, and I thought a Fouts is like a 10 or 9 would have been commanding a lot more. North Dakota native here, so despite this guy being run over a couple times, Phil Jackson from Williston still got picked up here for us. Williston, North Dakota. We got a 98 Matumbo Top 40 refractor. One of the defensive juggernauts. All right, we got Storm and Norm Nixon here, rookie. Another Ray Guy. These guys were kind of throw-ins, but they were just kind of the low-grade Star Wars cards. But I'd kind of randomly seen some people liking this set. Do you know who this guy is?
No clue. I don't watch movies like that.
It's Harris. This is Indiana Jones. You haven't watched those ones either, I suppose, huh?
Nope. I'm not into much movies.
Not a movie buff, but so we got some Star Wars cards here. Next, we got some Ed Reed Topps rookie card. You know Ed Reed?
Yeah, he's good.
Ed Reed, I'd say one of the best safeties of all time.
How many teams was he on?
He was a Raven. I think he had a cup of coffee with the Texans at the end.
Okay, I thought it was three.
You know what cup of coffee means?
A little time.
Just a little time, quick stop, yeah. We got a Kurt Schilling here. This guy was numbered to 100. Again, just the 90s, seeing cards numbered, you know, that was a rarity. It's a pretty common thing now. And again, with the Fargo nature, we also went through and picked up this McGuire Maris card. Kind of cool right here. All right, so we got those guys. Next, we got a Luke Kuechly rookie. Thought this one looked pretty good. 10s of this go for like $70, $80.
Oh, sorry, you can send it in.
Probably send it in.
Okay.
We'll give it a good once over. Picked up some 87 Fleer that look sharp. So we got Eddie Johnson, Knicks legend Charles Oakley, Buck Williams, Joe Barry Carroll. And the final pickup we went through and had was a 2000 Tom Brady rookie card.
Yep.
So,
who's the tight end again?
Yeah, Dave Stachelski.
Never caught a pass from him.
I don't think he got a pass from him. But so anyways, that was our recap on the card show. Overall, there's a bunch of tables there.
Yeah, it was really busy.
Really busy, a lot of action. $5 to get in.
Yep.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Vendors were all great.
Yep.
Very friendly. So anyways, those were our pickups. Any other good recaps?
Nothing much. It was really fun though.
Really fun. Really good time. But anyways, that's our little highlights. But thanks, guys. Have a good one.